Welcome back, everybody. We are going to play a little game from itch.io today called Freeways, interchange design for autonomous vehicles. So it's a pretty simple little game. It gets not very simple later on, but it's kind of like a little puzzle game. I believe it's also on mobile devices, but I went ahead and bought it through itch.io. It's only about $4, and I'm going to be playing on my computer today. I wanted to get something done. Excuse me. As you can probably hear, I'm a little bit sick going into the holidays. But I've got about 4 days. Oh man. About 4 days here of personal time. I don't have work or anything. So I wanted to get in and do a little bit of something, put out a video of something for the holidays. And when I saw this game on NerdCube's channel, if any of you follow him, looked pretty interesting, and I wanted to give it a try. But yeah, so happy holidays to everyone, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. So, you basically just build... Whoa, that's crappy. Oh well, it doesn't really matter, it's just the first area. But yeah, so basically, you just have this one tool, you just click and drag, and build roads. So here... and I've played this game a little bit so far, just to try and get a handle on it. It does get quite interesting in the later levels on making sure everything's connected and having your roadways not jam up. It does get pretty hard. But so something like this, we can just do like a... Actually, not even a trumpet interchange. So if you click on these signs for each of the roadways, we can see that Highway 6 here wants to connect to the 101 East and West. But if we click on the 101 East and the 101 West, we can see they only want to connect to each other. They don't want to connect to 6. So what we're going to go ahead and do here is just click and drag straight across. And you'll notice that the roads are pretty terrible at times, just because I'm drawing with the mouse, and it's really not that, you know, great. But so anyway, so now we want to connect up to 6. We'll just come down, do something like this, connect it over, and then we can create an overpass. You can create the overpasses either using the buttons down here, or while you're dragging, you can hold right click and hold the right click button to make the overpass, and then when you let go of right click, it goes back down. That works for some areas, but in later levels when you're doing like 3-way stacks, you'll have to use these buttons down here to go higher and lower more precisely. So now, once you have built your thing, you click the stopwatch here, and it'll simulate a whole bunch of traffic to make sure everything works and nothing jams up, and then it'll give you an efficiency score. So our traffic flows at an average of 108 kilometers an hour. We use 3,800 tons of concrete, and there's a complexity factor of 8. I'm not really sure what these complexity factors, like how they're... Oh man. How it's calculated, but yeah. And actually, this isn't the highest efficiency I've gotten on this level. So I'm just actually going to go ahead and read... Whoops. I wanted to click menu there. I'm going to go ahead and clear this and see if we can use just a little bit less concrete and get a slightly higher rating on this level. That was a bit long. It's going to use up some material. But yeah, you can make pretty sharp little turns. It will slow the cars down, which can hurt your overall score. But, and then you get some weird little overlap things like this here, where the roadway is going up, and it's kind of overlapping the other roadway. And I've also noticed the roads sometimes... So, if I've got this here and I wanted to add on, I would start clicking and dragging. But it might randomly act like it's going down. So this is the second level here where it's the lighter color. And in some of the levels that I've played around with, I've noticed I'll start to click and drag to create an additional piece of a second level road. and when I scroll over top of another road, sometimes it'll randomly connect to it. So for example, like one of these purple cars might be coming down on this road. It would stop in the middle of the second level roadway, drop down to the bottom one, and then continue on its way. There's just a few little bugs like that. They're not too prevalent, but because there's no way to delete or bulldoze anything, you have to clear the entire map every time. It can get a little frustrating. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump out to the map. So you may see that there's 9 boxes here. That is definitely not the entire map that we'll be working on. I'm not entirely sure exactly how big it is. I have seen some pictures of the full map, and suffice it to say, it is quite large. So let's go ahead and continue on our roadway here. We'll jump over here to the left. So again, we've got 3 connections here that want to get connected up. We've got the 101 East that wants to go 20 south and north. The 20 north wants to connect to the other 2, and this wants to connect to the other 2. So I think we can do... I think it's a trumpet interchange through here. Let's go ahead and connect up the Interstate 20 here. So we'll do something like that. I could have done something a little bit different, actually. Because I can't drag the road directly over the water. It has to be at a higher level. So I could either go around the water, or I could go up to a 3rd level to go over our 2nd level bridge here. I'm not sure which would be more concrete efficient, I guess. We can try doing a 3rd stack, just because they're pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and connect that up. We'll take this, come over this way, connect that up. And let's see, for the trumpet, we've got to come around and then over and then connect. So I'm actually going to do that from here first. So you'll see I'll come around like this. We'll go up to the 3rd level, cross over, come back down, and back down again to the ground level. And then over here, we'll do the same thing. Ooh, I forgot to, let's go up and up again. And, come down. And down again. And connect it up. And that's a pretty classic trumpet interchange there for connecting sort of a 3 intersection area. One of them being like off to 90 degrees like this. But as you can see, we are getting some traffic jams here with the 101 going to the 20 north. That could be a problem. We'll see how it plays out here. Not too terrible. It is flowing along. It's not jamming up. But you can see our efficiency is a little bit low. And our traffic flow is only 38 kilometers an hour. So there might be a way to sort of ease this up a little bit and make it flow a little bit better. I just want to try widening the lanes first of all and see if that does anything. So we had 157. Let's play it again. And you can see that jumped us all the way up to 215. And our traffic flow went from, I think it was about 38 kilometers an hour now to 54. Still not very fast. This is definitely a bottleneck through here. But that's good enough for now. We're going to move on and do another puzzle. Okay, now this one is a rather hard one. It took me quite a few iterations to get something that worked. Basically, I believe I ended up with a sort of a turbo roundabout in the middle with a ring road around it. So these are, you'll see some of these different blocks in parts of the map. This one's like a commercial area, is what it's supposed to represent. And you can see that it wants to connect to all the roads, but it wants to send a lot of people to 20 North. 20 south wants to go everywhere, but it wants to send a lot of traffic to the commercial area. NBV wants to connect everywhere, but most of it's going to 20 south. 9's the same thing. 20 north, same thing. So as you can see, all the main traffic wants to flow in a that would be the counterclockwise way. So I think the first thing we're going to do is build a some sort of ring road. That should be good enough. And then I think we're going to have some sort of roundabout in the middle. So that not all the traffic has to travel all the way around the outside. Let's go ahead and connect this up. Let's see. It wants to go that way. Stuff wants to connect to that, so we'll connect that up with a dedicated lane. And then another one coming off this way. Oh, excuse me, man. My voice is starting to go. Let's go ahead and connect this up. And this. And then we'll have this come out. Some of these are pretty short little areas to connect up. So we'll get some traffic jams. But we'll do the best we can. So on the inside, we need 20 south to have a fast connection over to the 9 and the MBV. So let's go ahead and just put it in our inner roundabout. Connect that up. We'll connect this here. And then also to the inner. This will come out here like that. This one's a little bit tricky to connect up. Just because it's so close to the 20 here. So what I should have done actually is made the ring road a little bit smaller, and then I could have had a second level freeway come over here and connect up to there without interfering with the incoming traffic. As you can see, it's already starting to bottleneck a little bit, so we may have to redo that, but let's see how this works out. So we'll need another exit this way. It's not the best design. And another exit coming off this way. And I think the only thing left to hook up is the 20 north exit. Yep. I really don't know if I can get... Hold on, let me see if I can do something here. I'm gonna see if I can get this to somehow fit. Yep, just barely. So let's see if that eases up the congestion at all. As you can see, the inner roundabout doesn't actually get too much traffic on it. But we ended up with a efficiency of 357, which is pretty good. I believe when you get over 300 on some of the maps, they have specific real world areas that they are modeled after. And I'll show you a little picture thing, so if you get a high enough score, you can see what you're supposed to build. And actually, what I had come up with in my other playthrough, or in my first time messing with this, was very similar to what it is in real life, where you have a ring road, and then this sort of inner roundabout where your fast traffic kind of can get from one side to the other. And then your ring road is just for the ones that want to go right next, from one road to the one right next to them. But yeah, so this actually worked out pretty well, even with this really terrible intersection right here. I'm not really sure why some of these vans think it's faster to go around that way instead of straight across, but, you know, whatever. We got a really high score on that, so I'm happy. Jump back out to the map. Let's go south here and see what it's, which one this is. So not too much traffic coming out of those. Not much traffic there, a lot of traffic there. Not much traffic and a lot of traffic. So it looks like this wants to be possibly a diamond interchange. Since the, oh no, never mind, I was looking at these wrong. I think we can just pretty much go ahead and use a clover leaf with something coming off to hook these guys up. Let's see what that looks like if we just do a clover leaf to start with. Oops, I need to clear that. Didn't go up to a second level. And as I said, I don't have the steadiest of hands, so trying to draw straight lines has not worked too well. Luckily, it's not too much of a problem in this. So, we can do that. Kind of messed that up a little bit, but we should have enough room to do our clover leafing. Whoops. Okay, I guess the cars can still drive through it. Although, okay, I messed that up again. Like I said, it's a little difficult not having... Ah, that was really bad. Need to go slower. It's really bad not having some sort of demolish tool, or basically, since this is paint, you just need a big eraser to erase parts of the road is what you need. But it is what it is. So we'll bring that over that way. These are going to be rather difficult to hook up. I'm not really sure what I want to do with those yet. But anyway, so we'll take this, come off this way, loop it around, and then start to come back under. Come on, hook up. There we go. And we'll do the same on the... Oh, I need to... let's do this first. Then we'll go up. And, let's see. So now we gotta do this side. That wasn't too good. That was pretty terrible. And we need to do this side. And then we need to do our loop arounds. Oh man. Not doing a very good job drawing these. Come on, connect up. There we go. And this side's going to be a bit cramped. Which may hurt our efficiency score a little bit. I like to try and have some of the on-ramp, off-ramp areas to be too wide. But sometimes it also doesn't work. It ends up making traffic jams for some reason. Not entirely sure why, but that's what happens. So for hooking these guys up, I'm gonna have to make some bridges, I think. Because they need to go all four directions. So I could have that come out there, then go up on a bridge. Maybe a clover leaf was not a good design for this. So if I go that way, can't really do anything there. I'd be able to go a direction. Let's see, for this one I want to try and do this. Not the best idea, but gotta work with what we got. I'll take this and come in there. And now that's all hooked up. But as you can see, the lines are really thin, so they're not sending out very much traffic at all. So it might not be a problem. We'll see. And then for this side, we're gonna have to come this way, go up. And apparently we're out of concrete. I forgot that was a thing. I've only ever run out once. So each map you kind of get an allotment for how much building you can do. So we're gonna have to clear that. I'm really trying to remember how I did this one. So I know I need these two hooked straight up. And these aren't sending that much to each other. So... I'm trying to remember how to get four-way connections that are a bit less intensive than a cloverleaf. Oh, maybe I can do a, oh, I messed it up already. I think I did a upper roundabout. Sort of upper level roundabout for this one. So basically you just do something like this. Hook these up. Oh man, my throat is killing me. And then you can do something like this. I want to come down here. We can do that. Let's see. I may have done this backwards. I may have needed to put those on the outside so that I can fit the off-ramps correctly. But let's see. So if I go here, I can do this. And then do the same thing on this side. Come down. Oop. Let's see, what do we still need? So those are hooked up, hooked up, hooked up. We just need to add these guys. So what we can do is take it like that. Take this one up here. And then do the same thing on the other side. It's not pretty. Oh, and apparently something is not connected. Okay, there we go. Just had a little bit of a problem there. Yeah, it's not very pretty, but as you can see, it is working. Have a pretty good traffic flow. We used a lot of concrete. Complexity factor, again, not really sure what determines that, but it's high. I hope that improves the score. And I just noticed that there was a 500 number there. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the highest you can get. If so, we're pretty far off from that. But 276 isn't that bad. I really would have liked to get 300, but this is kind of a spaghetti junction here. I probably could use a little less concrete on some of these ramps. Brought them down to ground level a little bit sooner. Would have saved me a little concrete, I believe. But it works. So we're going to head back out to the map again. Let's try this one down here. As you can see, we've only got two highway points, and then we've got a residential and I guess commercial area. Maybe they're both residential, I'm not really sure. But as you can see, the two I'm just going to call them residential areas because of the little houses. The two residential areas want to send basically all their traffic onto the freeway, but they want to connect to each other a little bit. And then the two freeways are sending most of their traffic into the residential areas. But to get started, we're just going to connect up. Okay, so this is a tricky one because we do have a crossover. So it basically wants to act like a diamond interchange. And I'm not entirely sure if that's what I did the other time I played. I believe I used some sort of roundabout or something to connect these two up. Or a ring road maybe around them. That way you keep the traffic that's going between them dedicated. They don't like jump on the freeway and then back off or anything weird. But what I want to do is actually just do that. Jump over. And then we're just going to connect our stuff up to these. Yeah, this is going to be crap. I would not be surprised if it jams up. 195, that's pretty low. Let's go ahead and give this one another shot. No, I'm not happy with that at all. So we need some sort of ring road. Hook these guys up. So let's just go ahead and do that first since we know we need it. That way we know how much room we have to work with. So let's just do something like that. And we'll kind of do the same thing as last time, I think. We have this come off here. Give them their own lane to go all the way around. Or they won't use it. Of course they won't. I wanted the green cars to use a different lane. Let's see. Widen it up just a little bit more. Nope, of course they're not going to. So I wasted all of that concrete for nothing. Anyway. Now we'll have that come off here, come down, connect up. Have another one, connect up. And this one still needs a connection. But all that's good, so that's the only thing we need. And that's pretty easy. We're just going to come here. That's a bit sharp. It's kind of hard to get stuff in sometimes. And that's slowing down quite a bit up there. I'm not happy with that. I don't know if we can widen it up enough to do anything. Probably not. Oh well, let's see what we get. See if we can get a better score. It looks a little more... Oh, that's jamming up. 103, even worse. Whoops. Yeah, this one's hard. Okay, so I know this needs to go something like that. And this needs to go in there. And this needs to come over this way. Then we'll have that. It's a bit sharp. But yeah, you can see how this gets rather difficult. Okay, so for this one, I think we're going to have it come here. with another one going shoot. Sometimes I right click when I'm dragging the mouse and it really aggravates me because then I'll do stuff like that and I don't want to have to clear the whole map just to fix stupid mistakes. So let's see. That one's all good. We're gonna need an exit. So I think what I want to do here is take this, do an overpass, and then connect there. And then up here what I'm going to do is create a dedicated lane and connect up the overpass. There we go. I think something like that will actually work fairly well. Using quite a bit of space and concrete, I think, but, you know, whatever. I gotta do what we gotta do. So that's good. That still needs a connection. That needs a connection that way and that way. Now that's a little bit trickier. Wait, what do we need? So that needs a connection. Actually what we can do is, let's see. Let's come over here on the bridge. We'll come across, turn around, drop down, connect like that. And also, damn it. See, that's what I mean. Sometimes it does things that I don't want it to do, and then it completely screws things up. But it looks like the cars are still going to be able to get through there, so that's good. Although they're not able to get onto the lower level, so I have to redo that now. So, down. That was a waste of concrete for sure. And I think I've messed up how I wanted to do my exit through here now. Because I wanted to come across here. Connect that. Oh man, yeah. I think that messed me up there. And since there's no way to undo it, I'm just gonna be stuck with it basically. Screw it. Let's take a road this way. Looks really bad, but let's see how it does. It actually is flowing pretty well, I think. Yeah, 291, that's much better. If I hadn't messed up this here, I bet we would have hit over 300 by dropping concrete usage. Let me get a mental picture of this. And I think I'm going to redo this one more time, see if we can get over 300. 307. And traffic is flowing quite a bit faster. So actually that helped quite a bit, just diverting those greens there. If I were to take this and make another dedicated green lane instead of having it connect around that way. Actually, if I had just not done this and done something different, I probably would have had a better score. But 307, I'm happy with that. We're going to move on. I kind of want to get through these other 3 levels here before we end the episode. Because the map will start getting quite a bit bigger. So we can see 17 North wants to go to 11 West, 11 West wants to go 17 North, and 17 South just kind of barely connects to them, so this is going to be another trumpet interchange. So we'll start off hooking this up, and then this one, and then we'll do a trumpet part. Bam. I actually messed that up. I'm going to clear it. Let's bring this down just a little bit further. So we can do that. So what I actually need to do is take this one first so I can see how much room I've got. So bring that over and then Bring it around, connect it. I should have swung it out to the right a little bit, giving myself a little more room for the turnaround. But yeah, so this will go here. And then this needs to be the trumpet piece here. And then you just take this and connect it up. And that's a pretty short little thing, but as you can see, there's hardly any traffic going on it, so... Yep, 326, 89 kilometers an hour. If we had made this a little neater up here, we would have gotten a tiny bit higher score because we had a little faster overall traffic speed. But again, 326, I'm happy with that. I want to try and get above 300 at 300 as much as possible. Some of them, like this one here, 237, on this real simple, just single piece, like overpass to the other side. There's really no way you can make this more compact than it already is. So I don't know how you could get much higher of a score. Now, maybe... Oh, actually, because this is really easy... yeah, there's not that much traffic. So, 237, I want to try something real quick. Let's see... Oh, that's bad. Try and get these lines straight, if possible. So if I just go bam, bam, come on, connect. And then let's run it. We had 237, I believe, and yeah, 228. See, it's not even that good. Yeah, I really don't see how we could do much better than what I had. There was a bad little kink in the road there at the end. Yeah, screw it. No! I want straight lines! Why can I not do it? Let me just bring this down, connect it over. Try not to have like a mile long on-ramp for it for no reason, but you know. Yeah, guys, I do actually want to try and get back to 232, so it's not even as high as the original thing I did with 237. But I'm just... I want to be perfect in this game, but it's not set up to be perfect. But yeah, I want to try and get some transport fever done during this holiday break. 233, it's still not as high. Oh well, I'll have to live with it now. Get into transport fever while I've got some time off for the holidays. And yeah, the UK map, the one that I was originally working on, where we had Rumford and... actually, I can't even remember the other towns' names right this moment. But the one that I was originally doing on my channel, that save game is completely borked. I'm not sure what happened. It must have been an update. But I can't delete anything or add on anything. Or the game crashes. I've tried all kinds of things. I've tried disabling mods. Nothing works. It's broken, and I'm just gonna have to leave it, unfortunately. I really wanted to play more on it. But now we're just going to have to focus more on the Ohio map. And speaking of the Ohio map, it has problems. So here we can probably just do a cloverleaf. Whoops. We've got pretty even traffic flow. But yeah, we're going to just have to work on the Ohio map. And it's got some problems right now, mainly just with industry placement and connections. Because everything is so far apart on the map. It's making it difficult, I guess, to sort of not accurately, but efficiently move goods, and within like a reasonable time period. I mean, it's basically taking months to move something from one city to the other. Like from Sandusky down to Columbus, something like that. So it's kind of throwing the time scale off for what I was hoping to achieve with the game. But yeah, so I'm also mainly trying to get industry placements kind of set up a little bit better. I was trying to follow real world where things are in Ohio, but it's really not working out too well. There's just too many, or I guess there's not too many, there's too few of various industries around, things like that. And just making it a little time consuming to get things set up. But I am still working on it and trying to get stuff done. So hopefully I will be able to get to that over the holiday break. And as you can see here, I'm just doing sort of a simple cloverleaf formation interchange. Pretty simple, high throughput. But they do take up quite a lot of space, as you can see. And they're really optimized for when you have, like this, where you have even traffic flow in all four directions. Or at least fairly even. Yeah. Not much else to say about that. So we'll do that. Connect this across. It says network complete, but not really. Need to have these crossovers, or I guess I'm not really sure what they would be called, but the ones that are the more direct routes, so that you don't have cars doing a whole bunch of jank stuff trying to get to the freeway they want. Let's speed it up here. You can see it all flows pretty smoothly. Get a few little slowdowns when everyone's merging. 297. If I had done these turns a little more smoothly, probably could have gotten over 300 because the average speed would have been higher, but I'm happy with that. And I think, yep, we got one more that we're going to do today. Excuse me. So as you can see, we can probably just do a trumpet interchange here, but because we've got this as well, we're going to need something just a little more robust, or I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, whatever. Need to have more connection points, I guess I should say. So I want to try and use the upper roundabout technique again, because I really like these things in real life. Not that I've ever driven on one, but the concept of them I enjoy. So we'll have that. This will come over this way. This will come over this way. Oh, I actually kind of needed that room, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this already. Let's bring this... That's not what I wanted. So let's bring this down a little further and have it come over this way. Do that with this. Give us a little more room for our roundabout. I think I've botched that up. Because I need room for the road connections here. So that's actually quite a bit of traffic that way. Let's see. So I can take this, sort of come down like that. Have this come over this way, connect up. Just trying to have some high-speed connections here, because it does want quite a lot of traffic flowing. So that's okay, that's okay. We still need that one. So traffic coming down this way needs a connection, so what I'm going to do is actually bring it around this way, have a relatively direct connection. Alright, and now we just need to hook this guy up, which won't be too bad. Do that, and that. Oh, we still need a way to go north. And I think everything else is connected. How does it go south? So they come out and they have to go all the way around, but then they're southbound. That's good, that's good. So we only need 17 north. So what I think I'm going to do, actually, is take this here, come out, and then drop it down. And have an entrance there. Since this isn't sending out that much traffic, that's not going to be too bad. What am I missing, though? Why is it telling me... Oh. I don't have a connection there. Okay. I should have dropped that down a little bit sooner, because now I'm pressed for space. It's not sending that much traffic, so actually what I think I'm going to do is... just take this, and go up, connect it. There we go. It's actually running pretty smoothly. 222, that's not terrible. Probably a few areas where I could have had stuff a little more direct. But honestly, that's not bad. But yeah, so now that we go back out to the main map, you can see it is expanded. Where before we had 9 basically puzzles or tiles to complete, we now have 16 new tiles. And that's still not the full map. I believe it'll go out one more time and it'll be like 32 or some odd tiles that we'll have to do. But yeah, so I'm going to leave this episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends. And hopefully I will be better soon, and I will be able to get something in Transport Fever done this holiday break. I will see all of you in the next video.